Do I have to re-gear my Jeep when I go to bigger tires? That is a question I hear a lot and I get a lot.
Is the ladies' confident trail show?
Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Ladies Confident Trail Show, where I teach you how to learn all about everything Jeep in your Jeep. Trust your decisions and enjoy the adventure. And today, I am excited. I'm coming to you live from Winrock Park. I'm actually in my cabin. So I am live on location today. And today, we're answering one of the most common questions Jeep owners ask. I hear this all the time. I get this question a lot, and that is, do I have to re-gear my Jeep when I go to bigger tires? I totally get it because you've probably heard things like this. You don't need to re-gear. Don't do it. It's too expensive. My Jeep drives fine without being re-geared. Oh, you'll ruin your Jeep if you don't re-gear. And now you're stuck wondering, what's actually true? Who do I listen to? I've heard so many different ideas and opinions. So let's clear this up right now. No, you don't have to regear. But when you don't, you need to understand what happens. Or if you want to make the best choice, should you regear for your Jeep, you need to understand why we even talk about this. So you don't have to, but we're going to go through why I recommend that you always regear your Jeep when you go to your bigger tire size to keep your balance. Because when you put bigger tires on your Jeep, you are changing everything. You are changing the leverage of your entire drivetrain, which means you're putting more stress on those parts, stock parts, and pieces. I want you to think of it like this. You just made your Jeep try to move a much bigger, heavier tire with the same amount of power, with the same amount of the strength in your stock parts and pieces. And that means your Jeep now has to work harder to move those bigger tires. So you'll notice things when we start talking about you have everything set up stock before the way it starts. You go to a bigger tire. Now everything is the same if you don't regear, you don't do your upgrades and start to balance that build. So you're asking your Jeep to do the same thing, but with a much heavier tire. So if you do not regear, you're going to notice things like slower acceleration. You're going to feel like maybe you're struggling on hills. More shifting if you have an automatic. So it might upshift, downshift. And you might start to say, gosh, I'm starting to feel like my Jeep is underpowered. I'm having a harder time getting it to go. And most people think there's something wrong with my Jeep. Something's not working right. It's struggling, but nothing is broken. You just changed the math. We're talking about maintaining a balance and that geometrical mathematical balance when you start to change things and upgrade your Jeep. Because lower gears like a 456, a 488, a 513, a deeper gear set help your Jeep turn those bigger tires easier. So regearing is not about making your Jeep faster. It is about bringing balance back so that you're rebalancing everything. And this is one of the most important things to understand. Your tires, gears, and axles are all connected. Everything works together. And you need to keep that in mind when we start talking about keeping that balance, shifting so that we are upgrading. I always tell everyone, rule of thumb, the bigger the tire that you're going to be putting on, the more upgrades you are going to need to do to be able to keep that balance, to be able to keep that longevity, that mathematical balance, geometrical balance, so everything still works together happily and correctly. And this is one of the most important things to understand. Tires, gears, axles, they're all connected. They all work together, and you cannot change one without affecting the other. Think about these are things that need to stay in harmony and balance to work correctly to get the most longevity out of your Jeep. And this is where most Jeep owners make some expensive mistakes. They upgrade tires first, then they try to figure everything else out after. And then you start to get the effects of putting the bigger tires on without changing the other parts and pieces to keep that balance and everything flowing. And what starts to happen? All of a sudden, you're going to have poor drivability, extra wear and tear, and it starts to feel like you're having to fix things that maybe you thought you could do later or that were never even on your list. And let's be honest, that's where money gets wasted. When you're like, ah, man, now I'm having issues. I didn't expect to have to upgrade my steering. I didn't have to expect, to upgrade and my steering components on my front end. So all of a sudden you're like, oh, now everything's wearing out faster and it can't handle those bigger tires. And then that's where frustration starts to live as well. So do you have to regear? No, not always. Should you regear most of the time? The answer is yes, because you want to keep that drivability. You don't want to wear out parts faster. You don't want that frustration. So when we start talking about what are sometimes like maybe you don't need to regear, first of all, it's going to depend on your platform you are starting with, what gears you have, what tire size you're going to, if they are in that safe balance range. Maybe you're doing a small jump, so a 32 to a 33. Maybe you don't care about performance loss. Maybe, if you are going to put it off, you need a newer Jeep like the JLs because sometimes when you don't regear, especially on the older Jeeps, like the JK generation, you're going to start to notice that they start to overheat on you. Temperatures start to run higher. You will see that eventually because you're putting more stress on the Jeep with any of the generation Jeeps if you do too big of a jump, too big of a gap in that ratio. So when should you regear? Anytime you're outside of that balance ratio. So the hard part is the new Jeeps, like the Recon X packages, you're getting 35s and you can choose 456, 488 gears. So you're in a different balance than starting with like a stock sport. So the big thing is when you upgrade your tire size outside of that gear ratio balance based on what you have right now, then you absolutely want to regear. You want to keep your drivability. You want to go off road. You want that long-term performance and balance, and you don't want to have to be worrying about, how much stress you're putting on your engine, your transmission, your gears. Is your Jeep starting to run hot? All of those things. So you have to know where you're starting. You have to know where you're going. And that is when you can make the most educated decision. Because most people ask, do I have to regear? But honestly, the better question is, as we're talking about this, it needs to be long-term balance. Do I want my Jeep to drive the way that it was designed to drive, specifically from Jeep? That is one of the questions that you need to ask yourself. Do I want to keep that balance? Do I want that confidence in my Jeep? Because you want your Jeep to feel the way that it should so that you're not second guessing everything. You're not like, oh my gosh, am I getting bad gas mileage? Am I having issues with hills? Do I feel like it's bogging down? Am I putting too much stress on my Jeep? Because ultimately, you want a balanced setup. And that is where confidence comes from because you know everything is balanced, everything's working correctly, and you want your Jeep to last as long as possible, right? Because we love our Jeeps. So when we're talking about where you need to start with, you need to understand your current setup, what gears you have now, your tire goal, what size tire do you want to go to, and what are you going to use it for? Because clarity creates confidence because it is no longer guessing. It's about designing your Jeep correctly from the start. Take the guesswork out, have a plan. And that is exactly why and what I teach in one of my free web classes that I have coming up that I would love to invite you to. Because if you want to understand what gears your Jeep needs, what it has now, how tires, gears, and axles work together, and how to build your Jeep in the right order so that you have confidence, so you are excited. That is what this is really about. It's about learning your Jeep, trusting your decisions, and enjoying every minute out there. So I would like to invite you if you're interested. We have a class coming up next week, ladyjeepers.live/build-class. This is where you leave with your understanding, your real plan, and you can get your real results without the stress, worry, and frustration. Because I believe we should enjoy our Jeep. And I believe that knowledge builds confidence, and confidence is what builds that freedom to get out there, to enjoy our Jeep, to love every aspect. And just remember that is what we do here at Lady Jeepers. We want confidence. We want the ability to live our very best Jeep life. And think of confident Jeep owners with knowledge, confidence, and freedom is what we build at ladyjeepers.com. So I would like to invite you to join me for our free build a web class, ladyjeepers.live/build.class. If you are interested, I want to say a big thank you for hanging out with me for today's show and podcast live from Winrock Park. Excited to be here for an incredible weekend. And don't forget, make sure to mark your calendar because this podcast and show is every week, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here. Whether I'm on the road, as you can see, or in the studio, I will sit down and we will do our show and podcast together over one specific topic. So thank you again for joining me here today. And I look forward to seeing you out on the trail.
We love to go off-road in our Jeeps because it makes us feel free. Subscribe and join us weekly. Adventure is a skill, confidence is built, and you belong on the trail. This is the Ladies Confident Trail Show. This is the Ladies Confident Trail Show.